So today I wanted to make a quick video on an album that I haven't really heard much. I had a chance to listen to it for the first and only time when I was on the plane coming here to Krakow, and that is the Metal Allegiance album that was released a few weeks ago. Now, to begin with, I'm not a huge fan of that type of albums where big stars collaborate to make an album, because I really appreciate it more when a band consisting of however many people, 3, 5, 6, sit down and write songs together, so the cohesiveness of the music is there. But I'm quite open-minded, so I decided to give this a try, and also, you know, with names such as Mike Portnoy, Alex Skolnick, Dave Ellefson, you cannot expect anything else from something really spectacular. So this album really took me aback, because I approached it with no expectations at all, and it really delivered, it over-delivered. I feel that I spent a good amount of time listening to this, even though I didn't. The tracks sound familiar, they sound unique at the same time. So The Gift of Pain is the first single. That's one of the releases, the songs that got released many weeks in advance. When I heard that track, I wasn't overly impressed. I quite liked it, but again, I didn't know what the rest of the album was going to sound like. There's this track called Triangulum, which is maybe one of the greatest things I've heard from Mike Portnoy in the realms of metal progressiveness in the last few years, ever since he left Dream Theater. It consists of 3 parts: the creation, evolution, and destruction. And that is such a great title for this track, because that's what it does. It starts, it evolves, and it gets destroyed, and the music represents those 3 phases in a very, very spectacular way. The evolution part is quite reminiscent of what he was doing with Dream Theater, and I'm sure he missed those moments, or he remembered those moments when he was recording and writing this track. So this is a really, really nostalgic call for all of us fans of Mike Portnoy in Dream Theater. Listen to it. The other song I really like is called Let Darkness Fall, a track featuring Troy Sanders from Mastodon. One thing that I like about this song is that obviously it sounds quite reminiscent to Mastodon, but it's got this very airy, spacey feel to it that transports you to a different dimension when you listen to it in the right environment. One other highlight for me is the Dying song featuring Phil Anselmo. Now, I know that his voice is not as good as before, and there's people complaining. I mean, he's been singing for Dawn for many years, and people have got used to his new style of singing. I haven't really listened to much of Dawn, to be honest. So for me, hearing Phil Anselmo nowadays is like, you know, I have my Pantera records to compare his current voice to. So when I heard this track and I knew it was him, I was really, really surprised. Not in a good way, because again, I was kind of expecting him to sound like he did in the Pantera records, but he's far, far, far away from that, you know. His voice is gone, his voice is has worn down, unfortunately. But, there's a big but, he still manages to sound really good on this track. The delivery of his voice fits in so well with this song, so it works really, really effectively. We have this song called Can't Kill the Devil, which is, I think, is the final one. It features one of my favorite all-time singers in metal, maybe one of the most important and very underrated vocalist, Chuck Billy. Chuck Billy has a very powerful voice, very unique, very strong, which fits. I can't imagine Chuck Billy singing other genres. Maybe he could, maybe I'm wrong, but I think he was born, his voice was made to sing this type of music. And the end result of this song is spectacular. This is the best way to finish an album, I think. Lyrics are great. The drum performance by Mike Portnoy, as always, is amazing. It feels like this onslaught of power and rage and I don't know what words to use. The only song I didn't really get into was Scars. Scars is a song featuring Christina Scabia. I felt, the first part of the song is quite decent. The verses, I think the biggest letdown is the chorus. It sounds very unoriginal, sounds very, I don't know, just quite generic, to be honest. I really think they could have come up with something better for the chorus part. But anyway, there's a minor complaint because the rest of the album is really spectacular. I can't think of any other song that I don't like. Again, I've only listened to it twice on the plane, so I cannot really say much more about this album. But if I listened to it twice and I liked it, then that's a good indicator that this is a great album and it really deserves to be listened to, because yeah, it is fucking great.